Hi, Joe from Miniature Landscape Hobbies here. Just got a awesome order from Battlefront Miniatures in the mail. I can hardly wait to open this one. Can you guys guess what's in here? Yup, the new models from the Nordic Forces set, amongst some other stuff, because I have to get my Soviet forces looking good to play Team Yankee, since I'm about to up the number of adversaries they're going to have. So let's get in here and see what we have. All right. Now, I'm not sure I can get this right into the frame. It's a pretty large box. No, I can't get it in the frame. All right. Customary packing foam. Not too exciting there. Paperwork. We don't need that right now. There's going to be something in here that's good. Let me just get the box off the countertop. All right, first thing up. That is the Armored Rifle Platoon. That'll be for my Swedish forces for filling out my company that I'm about to build. Those are the old medals. It's okay, I don't mind the medals so much. From a completely different supplement, the pickup trucks. I was brought up in the 80s. I'm a huge fan of the movie Red Dawn, the original, not the one with Thor. And so I am quite determined to include some of the American militia in my American force. However, the militia themselves are on back order. So I'm told I'll have them in a couple weeks. It'll be no problem. I've got plenty of 1/100 scale terrain videos coming up in the immediate future anyway, so these will look good as vehicles right on the board, even if they just work as terrain until I get the new militia units. Cobras. All right, so my Americans are lacking some air support, so those Cobras will do well. This kit's been around the block. We've probably all seen it before. It's all plastic. 2 Cobra helicopters, just decent helicopter air support for Americans or other forces, really, if you like that kind of thing. I know that some people love to include helicopters in their forces. Some people don't. As long as it's fun to paint, I'm good with it. This goes with that infantry. Okay, so there's PBV 302 platoon of troop carriers for my Swedes. All right, so there we have them. And those are older kits, 4 in a box. They are resin and metal. So that requires a little more work than usual, but I'm okay with that. They look pretty neat. They're kind of like, it's a departure from endlessly painting M113s, although they're basically the same thing. Good stuff. So that unit will go with them immediately. More American stuff, just fleshing out my American force. M60 Patton tanks. Not exactly the top carnivore on the Team Yankee field, but with so much of the NATO forces stuff, the Americans in particular being so extremely expensive in terms of points in game, and for good reason, because of course nothing quite tops a M1A1 or an M1A1HC, but these guys are your economy American tank. It's an all plastic kit. You got 5, and you have options for building the Marine variant, which is a little cheaper in game because it's got less upgrades, or the Army variant. I've already got a few of these. I do have some Marine forces sitting aside, so I think I'm going to do a Marine formation with these. Of course, my Soviets need a boost since I'm adding all the stuff to my American and NATO forces and Nordic forces. I need some more opposition, so just some more Soviet infantry. If you play Soviets and Team Yankee, you know you'll be forever painting infantry stands. Unit cards for the Swedes. Now, that makes good sense since a lot of the new model kits aren't coming with the unit cards anymore. You have to buy them separately. But that's not a big deal. It's not a major investment. Do you like free paint? Of course you would. You're a miniature painter. And now could be your lucky day because Miniature Landscape Hobbies is holding a contest. You can win a free Army Painter Most Wanted speed paint set. In order to enter, all you need to do is comment on a post on Miniature Landscape Hobbies pages for Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. Share your favorite hobby tip and then enter hashtag MLH to participate. And this, I gotta zoom out a bit. This is what you're probably all waiting for to see. The Swedish starter force. So that is a full S-Tank company with some support elements. Now I gotta say, this is pretty cool. Those S-Tank kits, I've seen the reviews so far. They look awesome. Not a particularly powerful tank, but one thing about Team Yankee is that it's kind of good to get some models that aren't top tier to bring your points costs into alignment. So I'm thinking that my typical viewer will want me to cut this open. So let's do that. And I hear this is only a limited release, so this won't be available for very long. I made sure I got it as early as I possibly could. Not like I need more models to paint, but now I've got more models to paint. Lots of stuff in there. All right. Start here guide, sure, we all know what that is. There's the reference materials. Again, we should all have probably several rule sets by now. Those are the upgrades for the helicopters to allow them to have the proper missiles. And it looks like tank crew to come out cupolas for commanders, so that's good. And the two helicopters, I believe these are the PAHs. These helicopters, I believe, show up in quite a few different nationalities in the game. I already have some painted, but I'll be happy to make more. Here we go. And I think those are the kind that have to be stationary in order to fire the missiles. That is the crew to go inside the scout vehicles. Oh, there they are there. So I know very little about these. I will be doing some reading. Small little scout vehicles with either tow launchers or recoilless launchers on them, I think. So I'll have to make a decision as to what's good. And then the one that everybody's been excited about, the S-Tank. So that's a pretty big model kit. That's a decent size there compared to, see if I have another vehicle around. Okay, so there is a M1 Abrams. Oh yeah, so it's basically the same footprint as a S-Tank. So they're not little, but they're also not tall, right? Because that was the plan. They don't have a turret. So I'm interested to learn more about these. They've got extremely light armor for a tank, but a decent gun. I think they've got the regular NATO 105. So they'll hit hard, but they won't receive a big punishment. Certainly not like these M1 and A1 HCs or anything like that with the massive front armor values. But that'll be okay. That'll add an interesting new dynamic to how these play. So there you have it. Lots of new models to prepare and work with. I'm not really sure how I'm going to set up these formations yet, so if you have any suggestions, go ahead and put any ideas you might have in the comments. While you're there, be sure to add hashtag MLH to your comment so that you can be entered into the draw for the 2.0 speed paint range that's been provided so graciously by our sponsor at Torchlight Hobbies, because as wargamers, we can all use some free paint. So I'll be back next week with more content on miniature building and terrain. Until then, remember to keep building life in miniature. If you would like to learn more about painting Team Yankee vehicles, please watch this video. Or watch one of these other videos on model painting instead.